Yes, I'm outside. Yes, those are birds. And yes, I am that serious. And today, Bryan featuring Kacey Musgraves. I remember everything. Let's find out if it sets it off. Intro. Bryan. Now, I gotta go ahead and get this off my chest. I reacted to a Bryan song once before. Something in Orange. I think that's the name of the song. I can't remember. I do a lot of songs. Anyways, and in that, I spent like the first 2 minutes of it using my dyslexia to read Zach Brown. And, you know, that's not fair. That's not fair. I thought about editing it out, but I was like, you know what? No. Realness is real. So I'm going to spend this entire time talking about how much I know about Zach Bryan now. Because, I've done my research on this time. I know Mr. Zach Bryan is a Navy man. Thank you for your service. He is an AO. He basically puts weapons on planes, and that's awesome. Not a glory job, but a job that has to be done, one that is respected. Somewhat. I personally have never been in the military, but I do have a lot of family members who were active. And you learn a thing or two. Anyways, he also got famous while being in the Navy, which is interesting in its own right. Anywho, let's just get into the video. I got nothing else to say. I want to hear the song. Let's go. Zach Bryan featuring Kacey Musgraves. I didn't even bring up Kacey Musgraves, one of the best voices out there. Anyways, Zach Bryan, Kacey Musgraves. I remember everything. Does it set it off? Let's find out. But first, I got to do the YouTube thing. So like the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And please leave a comment to help Mr. Al go rhythm. Every time you guys interact with this video, it gives YouTube the confidence to suggest this video to someone else. And that is everything to a small-time creator. I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Thank you so very, very fucking much. Anyways, Zach Bryan, Kacey Musgraves, I remember everything. Let's go.
Rod girl and whiskey's gonna ease my mind.
Voice is just sultry and beautiful, and the way he does it, it's so deep and in your ear. Let's go. I'm gonna need a lighter for this one, I think.
Rod girl and whiskey's gonna ease my mind. Beach towel dress on the drying line. Do I remind you of your daddy in his 88 Ford? Labrador hanging out the passenger door. The sand from your hair is blowing in my eyes. Blame it on the beach, grown men don't cry. Do you remember that beat down basement couch? I'd sing you my love songs and you'd tell me about how your mama ran off and pawned her ring. I remember everything.
Damn, you just gotta take it in for a second and understand that this man is putting some serious quality pen work down. And I am almost positive, I'm not 100%, but I am almost positive that my man Zach Bryan writes all of his own music. Boy, he is really touching on some stuff. He's talking about how we had a deep conversation on the couch, on the basement. It was raggedy and rough, and you remember it, but I remember everything. I remember the conversations. I remember you telling me how your mama had to go run off and pawn her ring. I remember everything. Boy, oh boy, that is... The deep thought that is happening here within these lyrics is really incredible. This is something that is let's be honest, it's not something that is usually tied to a new artist or a newer artist. I will say that it does happen more often in country music than just about any other genre of music, and that's mainly because country is a very expose music, as in they put everything they have out there. They're not sugarcoating it. There's no hiding it. There's no innuendo. It is exactly what it is trying to say most of the time. It is direct. It is explicitly specific. And so it does happen a little bit more in country music than, let's say, rap music, where there's less vulnerability in a newer artist. Now, as you get into your career, you can get a little bit more vulnerable. But in the beginning, you got to have this thing. And the fact that he's trying to be really small here while being very big is a real, the man understands what he wants to do. And I saw an interview where he said he had no ideas he ever wanted to be famous. And if you listen to what he is doing musically, you could tell he has no desire to follow a path, follow a trend. He's not trying to be a radio star. He will be, because he is a radio star, but he's not trying to be. And I think that is going to be the thing that separates Zach Bryan from some of these other artists that are out there. And I know we've got a lot of new country artists who are kind of on this independent rise, on their own thing, and they're doing their own way. But I don't think that they're going to have the staying power that someone like Zach Bryan is. I think Zach Bryan is going to be a guy that you're going to hear records from in 20 years. And he's just going to continue to put his thoughts to paper and do it musically. And his voice is incredible. And he has a I don't want to call it, he has a very specific sound. And it's not just the tone, it is the way he pronounces things. I don't want to call it an accent, because it's not exactly what it is, but he has a very specific way of saying things, and his way of saying things works really, really well with his singing ability, and I am incredibly just impressed. I'm blown away. Again, we're only a minute and 16 into this song, and I'm already thinking this guy is going to be a Hall of Fame country artist forever. Let's hear how the rest of it goes.
Mama ran off and pawned her ring.
Beautiful lyrics, though.
I remember everything.
God, he's hitting them notes just.
A cold shoulder, a closing time. You were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time. You only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment on the nights with you.
You're drinking everything to ease your mind.
Kacey just coming in with that beautiful voice, man. She just really does her thing always, and she's been around for quite a while at this point now, and man, just love a good Kacey Musgraves right now.
Drinking everything to ease your mind. But when the hell are you gonna ease mine? You're like concrete feet in the summer heat. It burns like hell when two souls meet. No, you'll never be the man that you always swore. But I remember you singing in that 88 Ford. A cold shoulder, a closing time. You were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time. You only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment on the nights with you.
cold shoulder, closing time.
Man, didn't expect that. That's a combination I'm glad we got. Somebody was really intelligent to go ahead and put their two vocals together. That's an incredible combination. I'm glad we got that. Let's listen to it
You're
again.
drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment on the nights with you.
Cold shoulder, closing time. You were begging me to stay
Their tones
till
really
the
go well
sun
together.
rose.
It's an incredible mix.
Strange words come on out of a
Facts.
Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment on the nights with you. Vodka and whiskey's gonna ease my mind. Beach towel dress on the drying line. Do I remind you of your daddy in my 88 Ford? Labrador hanging out the passenger door.
Let's talk about it. Zach Bryan, Kacey Musgraves, I Remember Everything. Does it set it off? I'll give you my thoughts in just a second. First, gotta do the YouTube thing, so like the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and please leave a comment to help Mr. Al go. Rhythm. Every time you guys interact with this video, it really does give YouTube the confidence to suggest this video to someone else, and that is everything to a small-time creator. I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Thank you so very effing much. Like, it's incredible how much. Anyways, Zach Bryan, Kacey Musgraves, I Remember Everything. It does in fact set it off. It instantly goes to the tops of my playlist. It is one of those songs that I think I'll listen to forever. The way he sings it, it's so effortless and it sounds so simple. You're gonna sing it. You're gonna sing the words. You're gonna be in your car driving down the road. You're gonna start singing along. You can't. You think you can. You think you sound just like him. You're going to convince yourself I can sing it just like him because it's easy. He makes it. It's easy. He's just talking, but it just sounds good. It's easy. So you're gonna sit in your car, you can be driving along, I remember, and you can't. You're not Zach Bryan. You can't hit those notes. You can't hold that tone. You're not doing it. We appreciate everybody trying, but let's move on because we're not Zach Bryan. Kacey Musgraves, still one of the most beautiful voices ever. Just angelic. And the combination of his grit and her angelicness and just it was like a cupcake. You know what I mean? It's a cupcake, right? Because you got the cupcake, right? You eat the cupcake, it's moist and delicious. But then on top of the cupcake, you got the cream, right? And when you eat it all together, and that makes it really tasty. You could eat the cupcake by itself without the icing, or you could eat the icing. But if you put them together, it becomes delicious. And I think if you anyways, I digress. I'm talking about cupcakes. Zach Bryan, Kacey Musgraves. I Remember Everything sets it off, makes the playlist. This video is almost 14 minutes long. I gotta get out of here. Yes, I'm outside. Yes, those are birds. Yes, I am that serious. I'm out.